Before restarting the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Emily sat in the front row of the somber funeral service, her heart heavy with grief. The room was filled with hushed whispers and tear-stained faces, as family and friends gathered to bid farewell to her beloved husband, Daniel. It had only been a week since his sudden passing, and Emily was still reeling from the shock of it all. As the service came to an end, Emily wiped away a stray tear and mustered up the strength to stand. She clutched her young daughter's hand tightly, seeking solace in their connection. Emma, a poised and confident young woman, had traveled all the way from Washington, D.C. to be with her mother during this difficult time. Together, they made their way through the crowd, accepting condolences and offering grateful smiles in return. Emily's eyes scanned the room, searching for her mother-in-law, Margaret. She had always had a strained relationship with Margaret, but today was not the day to dwell on their differences. Finally, Emily spotted her sitting alone in a corner, a stoic expression on her face. Margaret's grief was palpable, but there was something else there, something Emily couldn't quite put her finger on. With a deep breath, Emily approached her. "Margaret, I wanted to thank you for being here today," Emily began softly, her voice trembling slightly. "I know how difficult this must be for all of us." Margaret's eyes met Emily's, and for a moment, they both shared a glimpse of the pain they were feeling. But before Emily could say anything more, Emma stepped forward, her face a picture of determination. "Mrs. Reynolds, I'm Emma, Daniel's daughter," she said confidently, extending a business card towards Margaret. "I live in Washington, D.C., and I handle my father's estate and assets." Margaret's face turned pale, her eyes widening in shock. The business card trembled in her hand as she read the details. It was clear that she had not expected this development. After a moment of silence, Margaret composed herself and looked up at Emma. "You handle his estate?" she asked, her voice strained. "Yes," Emma replied firmly. "My father and I had discussed it before he passed away. He wanted me to take care of everything." Margaret's expression shifted from shocked to a mix of anger and disappointment. She opened her mouth to speak, but before any words could escape, Emma continued. "Mrs. Reynolds, my father loved you, and he would have wanted you to be taken care of. But he also wanted his wishes respected. He entrusted me with his estate, and I intend to honor that." The room fell silent, all eyes fixed on the three women in the midst of this unexpected confrontation. Margaret struggled to find her words, her face a mask of conflicting emotions. Finally, she sighed deeply and nodded. "Very well," Margaret conceded, her voice laced with resignation. "If that's what Daniel wanted, then I suppose I have no choice but to respect his wishes." Emily and Emma exchanged glances, their hearts heavy with the weight of the situation. They knew that the road ahead wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to honor Daniel's memory and take care of each other. And as they stood there, united in their grief and newfound resolve, they couldn't help but feel a glimmer of hope. Perhaps this unexpected turn of events would be the catalyst for a new beginning, a chance to forge a stronger bond between them and find solace in each other's love and support. As they walked away, leaving behind the strained atmosphere and the shattered expectations, Emily and Emma held each other close, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The funeral had marked the end of one chapter, but little did they know that the unexpected turn of events was far from over. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Emily and Emma diligently worked on handling Daniel's estate and ensuring his wishes were fulfilled. They faced numerous legalities, paperwork, and emotional hurdles along the way, but they remained steadfast in their determination. Meanwhile, Margaret's initial shock and disappointment slowly transformed into resentment. She couldn't fathom why Daniel had entrusted Emma with his estate instead of her, his longtime confidant and mother-in-law. Margaret's grief had become intertwined with a sense of entitlement, fueling her growing bitterness towards Emily and Emma. One evening, as the autumn leaves painted the town in hues of gold, Emily received a call from Margaret. Reluctantly, she answered, knowing that it could potentially be another tense conversation. "Emily, I need to talk to you." Margaret's voice sounded strained over the phone. "Can we meet in person?" Feeling a mix of curiosity and apprehension, Emily agreed to meet at a local cafe the following day. She informed Emma, who expressed concern but encouraged her mother to hear Margaret out. The next morning, Emily walked into the cafe, her heart pounding in her chest. She spotted Margaret sitting at a corner table, her eyes tired and her face etched with lines of worry. They exchanged cautious nods, and Emily took a seat across from her. "Margaret, what is this about?" Emily asked, her voice tinged with caution. Margaret sighed deeply, her hands trembling slightly. "Emily, I've been doing a lot of thinking," she began, her words faltering. "I realize that I've been selfish. I've let my grief cloud my judgment and tarnish our relationship." Emily listened attentively, her eyes searching Margaret's face for sincerity. "I want to make amends," Margaret continued. "I want to be a part of your lives, of Emma's life. I want to be the grandmother she deserves, and I want to support you both in any way I can." Emily felt a wave of surprise wash over her. This unexpected change of heart caught her off guard, but she couldn't help but hope that it was genuine. "I appreciate your willingness to reconcile, Margaret," Emily said cautiously, "but it will take time to rebuild trust and mend the rift that has formed between us." Margaret nodded, tears welling up in her eyes. "I understand, Emily. I just hope that you can find it in your heart to give me that chance." Days turned into weeks, and Emily cautiously allowed Margaret back into their lives. Slowly but steadily, they began to rebuild their relationship. Margaret made genuine efforts to connect with Emma, spending time with her, sharing stories, and offering the guidance and wisdom only a grandmother could provide. With time, their interactions became more natural, and the wounds of the past began to heal. The unexpected turn of events that had once threatened to drive them apart had instead become the catalyst for a newfound understanding and compassion. And as the years went by, Emily, Emma, and Margaret forged a bond that surpassed their shared grief and surpassed their expectations. They became a tight-knit family, supporting and loving one another through life's ups and downs. In the end, the story of their journey was not just about loss and unexpected turns, but about the transformative power of forgiveness, understanding, and the resilience of the human spirit. It served as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of hope and the potential for unexpected blessings to emerge from the most challenging circumstances. Years passed, and the bond between Emily, Emma, and Margaret continued to grow stronger. They celebrated holidays together, shared laughter and tears, and created countless cherished memories. The once fractured relationship had blossomed into a deep and meaningful connection. As time went on, Margaret's health began to decline. She faced a series of medical challenges that required constant care and attention. Emily and Emma stepped up, providing unwavering support and ensuring Margaret received the best possible care. One evening, as the family gathered around Margaret's bedside, her weakened voice filled the room. "Thank you, both of you," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you for giving me a chance, for forgiving me." Emily held Margaret's frail hand, her own eyes brimming with tears. "We love you, Margaret," she said softly. "You're a part of our family, and we wouldn't have it any other way." Margaret's face softened, a peaceful smile gracing her lips. In that moment, the past grievances and the unexpected turn of events seemed insignificant. Love had triumphed, and a sense of profound gratitude filled the room. Days turned into weeks, and Margaret's health continued to deteriorate. Emily and Emma stayed by her side, offering comfort and solace as the end drew near. They reminisced about cherished memories, spoke of their love for one another, and expressed their gratitude for the time they had shared. On a quiet morning, with the sun casting a warm glow through the windows, Margaret peacefully passed away, surrounded by the love of her newfound family. The loss was profound, but they found solace in knowing that they had reconciled, cherished one another, and created a lifetime of beautiful moments together. In the days that followed, Emily and Emma leaned on each other for support, drawing strength from the love they had cultivated within their family. They honored Margaret's memory, remembering her not just for the hardships they had overcome, but for the moments of joy and growth they had experienced together. As time moved forward, Emily and Emma carried Margaret's legacy within their hearts. They continued to cherish their bond, never taking their love for granted. They shared stories of Margaret with future generations, ensuring that her presence would forever be felt within their family's narrative. And so, the unexpected turn of events that had initially caused turmoil and uncertainty had ultimately paved the way for healing, forgiveness, and a profound sense of belonging. It was a reminder that life's greatest treasures often emerge from the most unforeseen circumstances, and that even in the face of adversity, love has the power to transform and mend the deepest wounds. As Emily and Emma continued their journey, they carried with them the lessons they had learned, forever grateful for the unexpected ending to their story, an ending that had brought them closer together, taught them the value of forgiveness, and reaffirmed the enduring strength of family bonds. Years passed, and the legacy of love and forgiveness that Emily, Emma, and Margaret had cultivated continued to thrive. They remained a united and supportive family, cherishing the memories they had created together. In honor of Margaret's memory and the journey they had undertaken, Emily and Emma decided to establish a foundation dedicated to assisting families affected by unexpected loss. They used the assets Daniel had left behind to fund the foundation, ensuring that his legacy of compassion and resilience would live on. The foundation provided financial and emotional support to those facing similar challenges, offering a lifeline during their darkest hours. It became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of turning pain into purpose, and a way for Emily and Emma to pay forward the love and healing they had received. As the years went by, the foundation flourished, touching the lives of countless individuals and families in need. Emily and Emma dedicated their time and energy to its growth, organizing events, raising awareness, and reaching out to communities far and wide. Their work brought them closer to others who had experienced unexpected loss, and they formed a network of support and understanding. They witnessed firsthand the transformative power of empathy and the strength that can arise from even the most difficult of circumstances. Through their foundation, Emily and Emma found a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. The unexpected turn of events that had once shaken their lives had propelled them into a journey of compassion, resilience, and advocacy for those in need. As they reflected on their lives and the path they had taken, they realized that the unexpected ending to their story had become a catalyst for growth and positive change. They had transformed their pain into a force for good, spreading love and hope to others who found themselves facing similar hardships. And in this unexpected ending, Emily and Emma found a renewed appreciation for the resilience of the human spirit. They learned that even in the face of loss and adversity, there is always the potential for healing, growth, and the discovery of new purpose. As they stood together, watching the sunset on another day of making a difference, their hearts were filled with gratitude for the journey they had traveled, for the love they had shared, and for the unexpected ending that had led them to this moment of profound fulfillment and impact. And with that, they embraced the future, knowing that their story would continue to unfold with unexpected twists and turns, but with the unwavering belief that love and resilience would guide them through it all. And so, Emily and Emma's story continued to unfold with the passage of time. Their foundation grew in reach and impact, touching the lives of countless individuals and families. Through their dedication and unwavering commitment, they were able to provide support, hope, and resources to those who needed it most. As the years went by, their efforts garnered recognition and admiration from their community. Their foundation became a beacon of light, a symbol of resilience and compassion. They were invited to speak at conferences and events, sharing their story of turning loss into a catalyst for positive change. Their advocacy work extended beyond the foundation as well. Emily and Emma became vocal proponents for reform in areas related to unexpected loss, aiming to improve support systems and resources available to those who found themselves navigating the aftermath of such events. Their voices echoed in legislative discussions, leading to tangible changes that benefited countless individuals and families in their time of need. Through it all, their bond as mother and daughter grew stronger. They celebrated each milestone together, supporting and inspiring one another along the way. Their shared experiences had forged an unbreakable connection, grounded in love, resilience, and the desire to make a difference in the world. As the years turned into decades, Emily and Emma found solace in the knowledge that they had transformed a painful chapter of their lives into something beautiful and meaningful. They had taken the unexpected ending of their story and turned it into a narrative of hope, strength, and compassion. Their story served as an inspiration to many, reminding them that even in the face of adversity, there is always the potential for growth and the power to create change. They continued to uplift others, offering support and guidance, and spreading the message that no one is alone in their journey through unexpected loss. And as they reflected on their lives, they realized that the unexpected ending had become the cornerstone of their purpose. It had led them to a path they never anticipated, but one that was filled with purpose, love, and the profound impact they had made on the lives of others. In the twilight of their lives, surrounded by family and loved ones, Emily and Emma looked back with contentment and fulfillment. They knew that their story would be remembered not for the hardships they had faced, but for the resilience they had shown and the legacy of compassion they had left behind. And so their story became a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, reminding us all that even in the face of unexpected endings, there is always the potential for a beautiful and meaningful continuation.